Sebastian, you think maybe you have a night off, and then all of a sudden, Billy leaves early. What's that like mentally for you to think, I'm not going to play, and then you have to play?
Yeah, I mean it's tough, obviously. It's part of the gig though. Obviously, there's two goalies, and when one's not able to go, obviously you got to be prepared, and that's part of the job, and being mentally prepared and physically prepared to go in there and give the team the best chance to win still.
What do you do? How do you get yourself ready to play when you don't think you are?
I mean, yeah, try and do the same stuff before every game. 'Cause, preparing like you're going to play, and then obviously when you find out you're going, obviously it's just a little bit of a mental flip, and you're really just starting to dial in, and doing everything you got to see the puck out there, and feel good going into the game.
When they score, I think on the first shot, I mean, are you thinking, oh God, or I mean, do you just have to say, hey, time to buckle up?
Yeah, no, exactly. Obviously, it's not ideal, not ideal by any means, but obviously, especially the magnitude of the game, that was a big game for us, and but at the end of the day, you can't do anything about that now, and just really trying to focus on the next shot and do the best I can.
How would you characterize this game? I mean, it was kind of chippy there in the first period, and then it seemed they tried to lock it down, and the officiating was a little suspect at times.
Yeah. That's this league. Obviously, it's getting to playoff hockey now, and that's what we got to be expecting. Teams coming out hard and fast. In the first 20, and obviously, when they get that lead, they're trying to keep it, and they did a good job of shutting down, and giving their goalie a lot of easy looks and stuff like that. So, I think just overall, through the game, it's playoff hockey, and we just got to keep getting used to that.
When your 19-point personal streak ended tonight, you're going to have many, many years to reflect on this. But I mean, is it just now we start another one? Do you look back on it? Are you you're disappointed, I'm sure. But what about that streak? Because it was pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, it's cool. Obviously, it's something cool that you probably don't see too often. And for me, that record was standing for a long time, and obviously really cool to break it. And just looking to start a new one now.
All right, and from the way I understand the playoffs, you're going to be playing Rockford in the first round anyway.
Yeah,
so,
most likely.
Yeah, so is that I mean, you've already played them 12 times. I mean, do you any of these guys on your Christmas card list or anything?
No, not really. There's a couple guys I know over there from the Western League, but like you said, playing them 12 times, and the past 3 that we've played them, playoffs has been looking that way, that we're going to play them in the first round there. So obviously, the game's been ramping up and getting intense and stuff like that. So, still some guys over there that I like, and I'm sure there's going to be a couple more that I don't like. So,
yeah.
still got a couple games with them.
5 more games left, 4 on the road, then 1 more back here, 2 Chicago, then Iowa. So what does the team have to do, not to pretty much turn it around, but get a nice little streak going before the playoffs?
Yeah, I think just continuing to build, and there's stuff that we can work on and look through this game, and stuff that we like and stuff that we want to work on. But I think we're just continuing to build. Obviously, we're in playoffs. We know we're going to be there, and now it's just when we do get there, we're hitting the ground running, and we want to make sure that we're confident in our game and as a team to go in there.
How similar has this year been to last year in Toledo? Because it seems that you're on kind of the same path.
Yeah, I think obviously the team pre-Christmas just under 500, around 500, and then obviously around January time the team flips us. So ideally the team's good all throughout the year, but we're clicking at the right time, and going into playoff this is the most important time of hockey now during the season, and I think just like I said it's going into playoffs hitting the ground running, and making sure that your team is tight and has good details. There's a lot of small stuff in place that you're feeling good about.
All right, one final question for me. I know you always are tinkering and trying to perfect your game, but was it more just getting experience at the AHL level, or was there something that you needed to work on before you turned it around?
Yeah, definitely a bit of both. I think I think obviously the confidence is definitely a big part of the game, and I think as I've gotten into the league and feeling more comfortable, the confidence has gone up, and obviously the pace of the game, how fast and how much they execute and stuff like that. I got to get adjusted and used to that. So I think I've done a good job of both those things, and as we've been playing good recently, confidence is up, and feeling really good about my game.
All right, I got to ask you one final question. I know I keep saying that. we just did a podcast with Simon Edvinson, and he says he's taller than you. I don't think he is. He says it's a little bit of a debate between you two. Is that true? Or?
No. Elmer's the tallest. I'm second. Simon's third. So yeah, I don't know where he's getting that information from.
Okay, all right,
But
good.
no,
Thanks.
Yeah, not true.
Well, I have to ask you. I mean, any update on Billy? What exactly happened?
No, he came off of warm-ups and went right back in, and then our athletic trainer, Austin, just came in and said he's not available tonight. So Kosa got the start, and I haven't checked back in yet since post-game. So hopefully get some more information soon.
Do you think he's going to – I know he was scheduled to be on the trip. You
Yeah.
just don't know at this point?
I don't know yet. Obviously, management's here. They'll look at it too, but I haven't talked or got an update from our medical staff yet.
When you – Kosa, obviously, young goalie. I know you had him Toledo
Yeah.
last year. How – is this a good experience for him to be thrust into an opportunity where he doesn't think he's going to play?
No, I think it is. I think it's really good because you never know when, whether you're backing up or you're starting, you have to be ready. And we tell our players the same thing. No matter what the situation is, you've got to be ready to play. So it's a good experience for him, in my opinion. I thought he played well. I thought he made some big key saves. And so for him to rise to the occasion like that, it's good on him.
You know, when a young player like that's on that streak, the 19 games and all that, after it ends, do you say anything or do you?
No, you know what? Not really. I mean, I think maybe we'll have a private talk and just, and let him know. But these guys know. It's a lot of hard work he put in to have that streak. For it to end like that, it's almost, okay, turn the page and start another one. And so for him and for our team here at home, it's one of those things that something we accomplished, something we're proud of. But there's bigger and better things hopefully around the corner.
Well, I mean, it's a cliche, but this time of year, it's all playoff hockey.
Yep.
And this was obviously a playoff game. Did you like the way your team played despite losing?
Yeah, at times. We've got to ramp it up another notch. That's bottom line. We have to get going again, and be a little more physical, a little harder in certain areas, get to the net fronts. We want to win both net fronts. We didn't do a good enough job of that tonight. When you have momentum, especially early on, you want to keep it. And we just didn't do a good enough job keeping that momentum by giving them power plays, kind of playing into what they want to do. We were outplaying them. Now they want to, stir it up a little bit and play 4-on-4 and 5-on-4 hockey. And we want to play on 5-on-5 as much as we can.
Even though the crowd was getting down on the referees, I mean, when you can't, do you sense that maybe they're getting frustrated sometimes with what's going on the ice, and do you have to just kind of reel them in?
Yeah, I think there's moments in time where, you have to get on them, the referees potentially, but we don't want to do is cross that line and get our players emotional. And you got to have a feel on the bench as a coach. You have to have that feel, and there's going to be times where it happens. It happened last game against them where we got too emotional and it cost us. So trying to remain calm, trying to make sure that our guys know exactly what their job is to do and not let them get distracted because whether they're missing calls or not getting the right calls, whatever the case is, you want to make sure you're playing with emotion but not emotional.
This is your likely first-round playoff
Yep.
opponent. Is 12 games down? I mean, how do you assess that playoff series? I know you have 5 games left.
Yeah, it's going to be tight. If it is Rockford, it's going to be a great series. Every game I think this year has been close. I think both teams could win easily all the games that we played this year. And the way that they play, it's fast, it's tempo, it's pace, it's special teams are going to be critical. So playing them 12 times, I think we know exactly what their game plan is, how they play, and what they want to do. So, it's probably a benefit to both sides.
5 games left, 4 on the road, Chicago twice, Iowa, and then back home.
Yeah.
What would you like to see in these next 5 games?
We got to learn to win on the road. We haven't been great on the road here as of late, and if you want to go deep in a playoff run, you have to learn to win on the road. So for us, it's going to Chicago. Their backs are up against the wall here. They're still not eliminated from playoffs, and so teams don't quit. Teams don't die, and so hopefully tomorrow night we've got a little more fight in us, a little more energy, a little more, playoff type mentality hockey, and that's what we have to get to.